Ready?
Ready.
I have to
You're
get my
making
legs
old
up.
people noises.
Yeah, well, let me see an old person put their knees up to their face.
It just did.
Limber. Yeah, well, I can't see other people doing that. I'm just a freak of nature.
Oh, yeah. I won't get into that. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Maxine, guess what happened this time?
What?
You know how you were scared that Ernie, you didn't know him and who'd know if he'd kill me in the night or whatever?
You tried?
No. But last night we had the D&D game. And when the guys left, apparently the door didn't get closed all the way. So it flew open sometime during the night. And so he woke up and the door's wide open. And he's like nervous that he's like checking to see if my car's here and to see, but he doesn't want to open my door because, that's not appropriate. And so he's like all paranoid that I've been taken away or something.
He could knock.
Like he was afraid to.
Well, you should have called me and I would have called you and you would have had your phone off and I would have said, yeah, she's gone.
He knows that if he knocks on the door, I don't hear it because I wear earplugs.
Oh.
Yeah, so he would have to open the door and he didn't want to open the door.
But, you have all of these things that tell you somebody's at the door, this is that. But you wear earplugs, so if anything worked, you wouldn't hear it.
It doesn't matter. It'll be there in the morning when look, what happened? I can look on my camera because it records.
Yeah.
I will look at my phone. My phone will say there was an alert at a certain time, and I can go back to that time and see what it was.
I almost called you again. That video that I did, the video we did the other day where I was talking about, Saks getting robbed.
Mm-hmm.
I actually was giving people step-by-step directions of how to rob Saks. I was looking at that video and I was like, oh my God, I'm telling them about the secret door. I'm telling them to bring somebody to help them carry all the stuff out.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't heard from them.
Well, the door's not secret. They all know about it. They're using it already.
Well, only the people who used it know about it. They come in and they case the place. Now they don't have to case the place because I did it for them and I gave them everything they need to know. 1, 2, 3, how to rob Saks and not get in trouble.
You can make some money. All you have to do now is to go there and just watch that section. You can get $50 check every time.
I know. I mean, I'm gonna wear like a hidden badge. I'm gonna get my father's fake police badge. And my father did I ever tell you that? My father was a fake policeman.
Nice.
They have something where it's called Citizens on Patrol.
Uh-huh.
So that's COP. So my father was a cop. So my father actually was in the beginning, started the whole thing. And he talked the police department into giving him a police car. And he got himself a police uniform. And he used his own gun. I don't know if he was supposed to be carrying a gun or not. And they would just ride around, him and his buddy, and make believe they were cops.
Oh my gosh.
So he's just like, my grandson who dresses up like a pilot and he gets in all these places and everything. Uh-huh. Well, I think that, and Jordan also, when he was a child, would dress up, and go places all the time. He was always dressing up as, right, private eye or a journalist or, something weird. And now I know where they got it from. They got it from my father, who also My father lives like a Walter Mitty life. The difference between him and them is that my son and Dylan actually, would act out the parts and go places, where my father just made believe that, things happened and tell people stories that never happened.
I'm the only one who doesn't know who Walter Mitty is, and so
Don't even go there. Walter Mitty is a story from years and years ago, a book. They made a movie. It's just about a guy who daydreams about, being a hero, doing things, or going places.
Okay.
So yeah, my father, for a long time, he loved like dressing up like a cop and driving in the police car with his buddy, and they would go places and get free coffee and donuts and
all the perks.
yeah. It was really funny, and he would just drive around and I mean, he wouldn't stop robberies or anything, but he would make up stories. Well, in the end, my father was always dressing up like a disabled veteran. So he had he was a disabled veteran, but he never actually fought in the war. But in the end, like people, he would he'd be covered. He had a disabled veteran's cap, and he had a members only jacket with disabled veteran stuff on it. And he wore a thing around his neck. It was a laminated card. And he used to say, the laminated card shows people that, I'm the real thing, because they can't get this unless they're real. And I'm like, so people would come up to him and say, well, thank you for your service. And my father's like 90 years old. And they'd say, thank you for your service. And he would start telling them, yeah, I fought in, World War II. I was overseas. I got shot down over Italy, and these people, I ran back into the burning plane and I saved the other people. I carried them out of the burning plane. And then this farmer hid us behind a wall in his barn and kept us from the Nazis. And I'm like, they're like, oh, wow, oh my God, that's amazing. And then when they leave, I said to him, I'm just curious. You do know, like, that was a movie and you were not in that movie. I said, you never left the United States. And he would laugh, and he said, yeah, I know. And then after that, all of a sudden, he's like pulling me in as his partner. So he'd be telling people stories, and he'd look at me and he'd go, right? Right? And I'm like, don't involve me in this, in your make-believe world.
So this is where you get your storytelling.
I have no idea.
Well, is your mom that way?
No. My father was always telling stories. He told us, we grew up on his stories. He told us that he won the Golden Globes, the Golden Gloves, that he was a boxer. And he won the Golden Glove award or whatever. And my brother, the one who was their actual only child, he believed that. He believed all these stories. And then for, I think, like, when my father was older, my brother, for my father's birthday, decided to get a hold of the Golden Gloves committee and get like a certificate or something for my father. And they never heard of my father. They never, and my brother called me up and he said, this is really weird, but they're saying he never won the Golden Globes and they don't have any, and I'm like, well, he probably meant the silver slippers. More like it. So he did say to my father, I called them and they told me, that. And my father's like, oh, well, it wasn't actually the Golden Gloves. It was something like the Golden Gloves. Like, he probably never even fought. Who knows? I mean, my mother never said a word.
Like you, she just said, don't bring me into it.
Well, he never really told me anything. I, overheard all the stories because he never spoke to me. But yeah, so my brother was really like, I could tell my brother was really upset because my father tells a lot of stories. They're told a lot of stories. And they actually never happened. But I did see him, he said he was a pilot in the Air Force. And I actually did see him fly a Piper Cub once. He took my brother up in a plane, which to me was another thing like, he's going to cut my brother's hair so he saves the dog. So he's taking my brother up in the airplane. I'm like, I'm not going. So yeah, he was really, he lived in a storyland, which I never really knew what he thought was true, what he realized that he was just making up.
And you wonder why I fact check you.
No, why? Why do you fact check me? Who cares? If it's a real fact or it's not a fact, these are things I hear, and this is the way I hear them. They may not be right, but even when we find out the truth, I like my story better.
Me too. I like your stories. That's why I listen to you every day.
I had another scam yesterday on PayPal.
Mm.
Let's see.
What did you buy today?
I'll tell you in a second. Here we go. Okay. I bought we're happy to inform you that my order was received and that the items are being shipped out immediately. And it was for Bowers and Wilkins P x8 over-ear wireless noise canceling headphones in black for $699. So I'm waiting. I can't wait to get them. I still haven't gotten my Bitcoin. I'm waiting for that. They got $1,000 for the Bitcoin. I want my Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, I have a couple of iPhones.
Yeah, you actually have them, or you bought them surreptitiously?
I bought them just like you through PayPal that I had no idea, and said the money was deducted out of my account, but
yeah, they said that it was paid for, and they were shipping it out. So I'm waiting. I can't wait to get them.
I am glad you do not click on those.
I don't click on anything.
Good.
Yeah,
Ernie'd call me all the time. Can I click on this? Can I click on this? I had him trained.
You've already told me don't click on anything, so I don't click on anything. I went to the supermarket yesterday and I got my cheese, and it was back to being, it was still marked $4.99. It's now more. It's 5 something. Before I think it was $5.19. Now I think it's $5.29. They keep raising the price on it, but they don't change the tickets, or they're restocking all the time. So they're still marking it all wrong. So they did. So I did go up and there was no line. So it was a different guy. And I said, listen, I've been telling the other guy, this is like the 6th time that I'm getting free cheese. I don't mind getting the free cheese. I like the cheese. The cheese is good. And as long as I can get it for free, I'm going to get it. But, I think you're tired of giving me my money back, and you might want to, put the right price tags on it. So he didn't care. He just said, "Here's your money." He didn't want to hear it. I'm just trying to help.
I'm gonna send corporate the video of Max and Trish show.
Just trying to help, Publix. Just trying to help. I'm trying to save you money. I mean, you're overcharging people. It's like I always say, if they overcharge every person 25 cents, they're making a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll take care of the people who steal. Cover for them. So I was thinking maybe I'd go to Saks today and bring a friend. I know just how to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to work. So right. You do you.
Yeah, I'll go to Saks and then I'm going to go to Publix and stock up on cheese.
Oh, God. Okay, have fun, Maxine.
Over and out. Okay, are we off? Yeah. Okay. So what are you up to?
Hold on. Let me actually stop recording.
Yeah, you tell me you're recording and then you tell me it's over and then I say stuff and then you leave it in there and you really secretly record me and then you put it on our show. I'm telling people that we have our own talk show on television.
That'll be cool. Well, you do talk and you can watch it on the television, so.
Can you watch YouTube on television?
Yeah. There's an app on the TV.
Oh, so we are. So I was right. We do have a talk show on television.
That's why we need to up the video quality, is so that when they get on the TV screen, we don't look like all little pixels, big pixels.
Come and watch us, everybody. I don't know why you would, but come and watch us. Watch us get old and fat.
Should I stop recording?
You're supposed to stop recording. You're secretly recording me. I don't think that's allowed. You're supposed to tell me when you're recording. Well, I didn't know we were being recorded for the first 20 episodes. So.
All right. I really am hitting stop this time.
Okay.